Flies off that demo, unfortunately, no gaps anywhere.
And I think it's a fair question to pose as Atomic does not make the save off his goal line missed. Will strike first for FaZe.
For sure, Atomic was going to get a handle on this one. He came back, had 100 boost, started heading up the wall, and that's actually why. I mean,
I think really started to lose a lot of their control against Space Station. What a pass from Atomic, and the shot from Chicago's perfect top shelf.
Really puts him in the blender as well. I mean, Atomic, that's a great dish, and Chicago, way to let it roll. You know you've got the time. Mist is an excellent defender, but one-on-one.
The Space Station, I think they did a great job of adapting in that series. FaZe certainly have been pretty one-dimensional with their attack, and it always works because of this guy right here, First Killer, sniping the top right corner.
Sacrifices his body for it, says, I need to beat the defense. And that's a great play. I like that idea a lot. Jump to First Killer, trying to stretch, and he will convert the transition 3-1 phase.
Yeah, made it look pretty there. And G2, that was a big dive from Atomic, and he was nowhere close to getting the challenge. Leaves Chicago in a tough tap. They're looking to set up their offense. Comes free.
Hello.
Can he put it on target? Atomic can't make the save, and it's 4-1 FaZe Clan.
Man, Typical's just in a great spot for this one. He's on that open side of the field, all the way on the bottom, just covering that side, just in case they throw the ball to JNAPS. And unfortunately, just nothing connecting, and quickly thrown back onto the blue half, and that is a team bump. Mist says, tough.
Is it really? I was on Mist POV. I couldn't see exactly what happened.
To each other on the wall.
Oh, he did. Chicago T-bones Atomic. Another one stalled in the midfield. This one thrown downfield. Opportunity for Chicago. Can he get it on angle? And he does. Perfectly done from Chicago in a tie game.
They catch FaZe leaning here. First Killer's a little too far forward, and he realizes that, there's no way I make it back in time, so I'm just going to have to try. Unfortunately, pings it off the post. Probably should have been a goal. But another one dumped to him, and this time puts the defense on skates. Everyone thinks he's going to chip it high in the net, and he just keeps it stuck to the floor.
I mean, to be fair, most players are looking to crush this one. It's Chicago lets it go, gets the 2.
Hey, this G2 counterattack. Shots raining towards the net. Atomic will put this one away. It was so close. And then just like that, it's out of reach.
That was chaotic on the G2 defensive side. And then when we started complimenting FaZe from not double committing, they do it there. And
it was a brilliant idea from First Killer. I mean, that type of pass, that's going to be 4. And now you get the exact inverse of game 1. It's a 4-1 that does not belie how tight this game was. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? I think
Chicago and Typical eyeing each other in the corner. This one rolls through. Typical's just got to put it right side, and FaZe will come away with a Game 3 win. Took them 6 minutes and 12 seconds, but finally G2 blinked first.
And Mist just poking it through the defense here and got a great bounce towards the center of the...
G2 doing the smart thing, letting that ball just roll across. Just kidding.
Wow.
Terrible idea. Atomic doesn't realize Mist is camped out on the other side. And G2 concedes first.
And what a pre-flip from Mist just to get this one on target. He wills.
Defensive miscues we've been having at the very least, but you're right. G2 starting to pre-jump to get up there early and beat the defense, and it will pay off here. They tie it up.
They are quick with these passes, and Chicago knew that no one else was getting the touch, and that extra touchdown to Atomic. His execution. He's going to put away a lot of the opportunity. Here's Typical lobbing this one towards the net, and he just beats him over the top.
Not often you see Atomic overstep. And I think he definitely thought Chicago was going to get another touch on that. Otherwise, there's no way. Over last game, this game, it's Typical. Mist now getting involved. Chicago, he's got some places to pick from. He said, how about Atomic's hood?
All of FaZe were out of this play. The net was wide open, and Chicago comes in so slow that he knows he's not going to get the power, and he drops.
Effort, Chicago's got a hand up. First Killer is going to go for the
my goodness.
No
way!
What? First Killer, what a touch! Typical will collect.
Oh, he's so good. Look at this touch from First Killer, and Typical saw it all the way. Oh, my. I think there's some extra pressure on FaZe to perform here.
Oh, they may get one back.
That execution is so crucial, and Missed again a little floater beating G2 here in the box.
That's just a straight air dribble. I mean, yeah, it's aimed at the top right. In Chicago, you can see he's diving across that goal line. He got...
Or so. G2 seems to have crumbled in most of these games. Here's JNAV shot off the post, and it will throw an arm and climb in.
That's the right way to put it. You see that big pass across, and you're like, that's got to be a goal. And you see it going left, and you're just like, oh, no. Sure that they have all their ducks in a row. Atomic to JNABs, and that's an excellent ball. Bottom left corner, absolute ice.
And this is where G2's scary. Chicago finds Atomic, pre-flip pass over to JNABs.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, left side by the defense. Atomic will get demoed, typical. Trying to capitalize, first killer, can he get it by? He does, and FaZe once again score first.
Just said press the go button. Great demo from Typical, and Chicago kind of giving up on the ball right there. He had no boost, so maybe he just realized.
Finds point FaZe, and then it just slips away. It crumbles. Here's first killer. He's going for the touch or the bump. I couldn't tell, but doesn't matter. Miss. They'll get the goal. And FaZe double up their lead.
Touch. I mean, Atomic really just kind of dumps this ball forward. JNAPS is...
And now G2 really find themselves in a tough spot. Missed again. Puts another one away. 3-goal lead here for FaZe in 2 minutes.
Now, if you tank this one, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, they're...
Too, you have to just be sitting there shaking your head. And they're going to get one back.
There's one.
Now you kind of write it off. Okay, you were down 3, but you pretty much scored instantly off the kickoff. So it's the same situation. You don't feel too bad anymore. And it's so funny. You go from
past, granted, not in a best-of-7 situation. Right now, they're under pressure, and Gen G will strike first.
Yep, and Gen G under that pressure. Indeed, you got demos, you're taking them out, but still they find a way to move forward as a unit, to find each other across the field. This is a routine. Very far and few between of those weaknesses. We didn't see many of them, and now I guess one is going to crack through. The defense not looking great at the response of complexity.
Yeah, Nolly tries to turn, and then he side flipped, trying to make the 50.
And if you want to have that same level of offense, you're certainly going to want him to step up, but somebody who's stepping up on the other side is going to be Chronic.
It's a nice one for Chronic. Gets the reset, last man back, AJG. Raisel trying to follow it, and AJG, he tries to turn his car away from the ball. Everybody lining up here on defense for complexity, but Jack's in the air!
Man.
Jack's in the net! 2 goals up!
And what was the situation here for CRR? He had plenty of boost, 91 boost to his name. He's in the goal line, and I just don't think he sees Abjack jumping. They were trying to thread that ball between each other. Nice little give and go, but it's not going to create anything. Complexity are creating chances, though.
Great shot here from CRR, and a nice little saucy pass from Raisel. Jack jumps early for it, trying to predict where CRR is going to... He's out of boost to drop off the Chronic. He wins against CRR. Chronic, 1, 2, 3, Jack, go!
What more do you want from Chronic? He takes it himself, past 2 players, flip reset, off the backboard into Jack.
You've got to give credit to Complexity's defense overall. It takes that kind of force, and that kind of shot. Nolly hits on backside. 2-1.
And this is what I'm talking about, setting each other up. This is a back and forth pass from Abjack to Nolly. And that's the typical
one. Raisel is going to have to make a more difficult save than that one was. Nolly straight down into the net. And Gen G securing another game win here.
And they're winning the 50-50s. They're stabilizing too. We just recently saw a miscommunication between Nolly and put up quality opportunities against Gen G. You cannot hesitate in those moments. And Gen G, they're just sliding around on ice skates through your defense, finding the holes. Nolly to Chronic, Chronic to Abjack, Abjack back to Chronic for the steal. And it's 1-0.
Gen G have been pretty solid on that front. Now Jack on the transition. Lets it drop into Raisel. It's all about timing, but he's just off rhythm.
And Abjack just got the demo on AJG. He opened up the space for himself, and Raisel thought he was...
Doesn't really matter though. There's What do you do?
Oh.
Nowhere to go.
Look
Chronic
at how
perfect
close
control.
he is. This
Look,
is
Jack just pulls downfield. Turtle. Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. Every time we think that a team is actually going to challenge Gen G, no, dude. It's just easy. It's routine. This isn't anything crazy that they're doing.
Saved flip from Chronic was still nasty. I'm not gonna lie. It might not be the craziest thing, but this is definitely crazy from Complexity. 3:10 on the clock, and they're back in.
Look, there's a little bit of pinball here. Get CRR, and then ding,
What on earth? What is this?
High
All
score! Nice one, CRR.
In chaos, maybe that's the key.
Your move,
Just
Jim.
throw everything. Yeah, there it is. Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
wait.
All right.
It's a kickoff goal.
Yeah. Your move, Gen G, and it's an instant response.
Oh, Complexity got plenty. But he also didn't have a lot of boost. Some confidence. The power! AJG makes the post pay and
wow.
gets Complexity their second goal.
And now we're getting some highlights under a Chronic over Abjack, and he lands on top of the ball.
Bumped out of the play. Gen G want to end this.
Oh,
Raceball wins a great
here
touch.
we go.
CRR's got it! Tie game!
Tie game indeed. We thought Complexity might be out of it. It was looking like a wash, but with that poor touch from Abjack, Chronic's pushed out too far forward, and Nolly can't rotate back in time.
Flick. AJD divided by Jack, but CRR's there. Shot underneath.
Wonderful.
Oh!
The striking, the accuracy, it has all stepped up for Complexity. Every shot is an absolute banger under defenders. Through the
Complexity, they're getting to the
gonna
third.
demo.
Ollie demos the backside. No one there.
Gotta
One
be
more
it.
in. Bornowski for apparently Jack.
Oh, Nolly is head hunting here against CRR, who is trying to take the boost, get back into position. They're feeling the stress and the pressure from... But we don't get a buzzer beater, and into OT we go. Oh, Nolly
my
gets a
goodness.
wide open shot. Gen G back to the grand finals.
He knows what you're gonna do. He's seen your book. He's read it. He's not impressed. What a pass from Chronic.
2.6 goals per game out of FaZe Clan, led in large part by First Killer. This one, though, coming from Mist off the feed from FK, and FaZe strikes first.
Oh, much respect. And look at this. Off the ceiling is Mist. Great shot.
To dump things right back into the Gen G half. First Killer shot wide. Mist is over there. He'll clean it up, and it's 2-0.
It's just full control here of the offense from FaZe. Look at that. Great setup from Mist as well. Oh, missed the shot. First Killer, don't worry. Turns it on a... Mist isn't going to take the shot. Chance for Jack. Looking for the double, and it's good. Jack bringing this game within one.
This starts right at the back with that demolition. Nobody's going to be able to get back in time for FaZe. Nolly up ahead to Jack. Wide open corner, but Mist and First Killer will clear the zone. Jack's got to get a hand up, and does, but it's not enough. First Killer lands the double.
You cannot make a mistake here against First Killer. So quick to get downfield, uses all his boost. That is a tight angle for the double.
Chaos right now. The one thing about Gen G, look, they've been outclassed in games in this stretch. His First Killer will add another, but they usually recover. They recover better than anybody else, it seems like, from game to game, because they're honest with themselves and they're
Killer, that even that little pass to Mist, and the way even typical with the fake and the other goal was fantastic. Jack's gonna make this within two, not necessarily, meaning Gen G Mobile 1. There's a chance here for them to come back, but you're gonna look at that clock, a minute, 2 seconds left, as Jack put a great shot in.
Gen G to their own half with about 30 seconds left, but that's kind of the danger of Gen G, right? As Typical rolls one in, and that should just about put game one away.
Yeah, this one from Chronic, he's looking for the ground pinch. That's a strong challenge out of Typical. Kept the ball low and close, and
that leaves Nolly in an awkward spot, and the bank is just off the mark. Typical for the win, far down and in, and FaZe Clan is up 2-0.
it was disaster on both sides for a moment. First Killer missing the touch, threw off everyone, but Typical, who's had a fan, get back into it when it seems like they're not allowing you to score at all. I say that, but that floats in from Chronic, top left, and for the first time, we have Gen G starting it off.
Yeah, they've got their first lead here in this grand final. Just right at first killer, and FaZe Clan unable to clear the zone. Wide open net. Chronic does it again.
There goes the demos. Opening that lane in the back end is Noli. Able to take Sip out the play. Open look at the net, and Gen G has not.
Apparently Jack with a great reflex save.
I mean, that's a great play. A lot of people would have expected first killer to come in, but it's Sip again who's been putting on the shot pressure as he banks this goal in for FaZe. Pitch out to the middle, no one home to read that, and bar down and in.
G and FaZe Clan are let off the hook. Can they find an equalizer because of it? Oh yes, they can! Sipical up high and down hard.
Look at Sippy Cup going through, gets the double. Been playing out of this world for FaZe.
Back line. What can Nolly do? Burning a lot of boost. He'll set up Jack. There's a shot that gets by Sipical, and Gen G are back on top.
You better not sleep on Gen G no matter what the scoreline's looking like, because that man Jack
just pestering Gen G at the midfield. Sipical shot, no. Follow-up from Mist finds its way through, and in the final minute, it's FaZe delivering a haymaker of their own.
Shot after shot. These two teams been trading blows. Jack, you thought Jack was going to get there. Look at that read, too. Just knowing that Jack's going to get the pass there. Uh-oh, danger! Typical is up in the air! The star strikes again! First killer gets that high, Sips there to reach it, and slams it home.
Maybe 8 or 9 or however many minutes it takes if they go to another overtime from sweeping Gen G as Sipical continues his absolute dominance in this series.
Look at the setup for Mist. First killer also with a bump on the play. Chronic, there was just no chance. The Gen G was set. Now demo on the other side. As Noli takes out one, open lane for Jack, and Jack gets on the board. We got a tied up game.
Yeah, Mist doing all he could to just kind of hang in there. Unfortunately, didn't get much air under this ball, so apparently Jack able his muscles through too. Nolly, last boss, makes the stop, then downfield into an open net with only 8 seconds remaining.
Gen G not done yet. Look at this breakout from Noli. Catches them out and puts it home.
He can rally from almost nothing. This shot finds its way in. Chronic from out of nowhere. Top left.
Look at this. Stitch over to the side. You see first killer. He wants a piece of it. Pinch to the top left corner. Chronic. Noli got a piece of it, but it wasn't able to redirect it. Chronic follow-up is in. And Gen G now on a 2-goal run.
Remember all that nonsense from earlier in the series about how Gen G just kind of outthinks their opponent? They outfox them. They're outmaneuvered. Typical, and that's a great defensive stand again by Gen G. Then they've turned it into offense. Apparently Jack credited from that effort by Chronic.
Oh my goodness, this was incredible. You can see Sip was trying to get that demo on Noli. The pass to Chronic. Chronic basically scores this goal.
Target, but first killer saves it away. Save your medal for him. This one won't be saved as Nolly got it to apparently Jack. He'll slam it home on the doorstep, and Gen G have completely flipped the script.
Oh, yes, they have. This is...
This first killer just barely cleared it away. Chronic now to the backboard. Mist is there. Doesn't matter. Nolly adds another. It is 6 unanswered goals right now from Gen G.
The momentum is showing here. Look at that block there, a miss from Chronic. That makes me super... At this point, we're looking at Neo Tokyo next.
Oh my goodness, Chronic adds another. Look, as big a beating as FaZe delivered in game 1, at least Gen G scored. At least they got up off the mat and kept fighting. This right now is things started for Gen G in game 5. Trying to do it again in 6, and he has!
The young one in Chronic getting this touch out. Typical tries to go up, but he didn't expect that last second touch out. And Mist will clear away the danger. Oh, that's a big miss for Jack, and punish for that miss says, thank you. You can see the frustration from Jack on the screen. Knows he should have had that one.
A rare miscue out of Gen G, and especially out of apparently Jack. And FaZe Clan went on a similar stretch yesterday when they had scored 9 in a row against the Knights, and apparently Jack will get it right back.
There you go, and look at that. An immediate change there from Jack. They get this one quickly off the kickoff. Great pinch from Chronic. Typical drove a little too high there, and Chronic...
Killer brings us through. Now Myth with First Killer running ahead, and First Killer will take the goal, and that's going to be his first since game 1.
This game has been messy, it's been scrappy, and it's given us almost everything here. Misses off the court.
Infield pass, Chronic, Nolly there, nobody got a shot. Now apparently Jack, he'll let one rip, and we will head to Champs Field.
FaZe Clan stunned on the goal line, and apparently Jack says we are not done yet.
Back regions, of course, now they're merged. As
Jack in
difficult, got it apparently Jack's way, and the distraction was enough. Mist will score, and is that the winner for FaZe?
Pass out, leaves it up for Mist. He's gonna put that shot on, and Jack...
And even in game 6 with apparently Jack, that blunderous play, but he made up for it. But here's Mist, adding another, trying to finish the series the way he started it.
Look at this, even with the turn and the challenge, FaZe Clan just matching that speed. Mist sees the net open. 7.
Have Gen G come all this way only to fumble the bag at the end. Typical makes it even tougher. 3 on the trot out of FaZe Clan.
And the hill gets higher and higher. Typical able to score on this one.
And after all this, FaZe Clan clutching up at the end. Typical puts the cherry on top.
There's Sip again, and how fitting would it be? Gets the demo, gets the shot, and put what...
They will not. Typical ahead. First Killer, it's wide. Typical's on. Maybe Rocket LeVar will get off his case. He's got another.
This one, look at this. First Killer, great assist. Sip with the follow. It's a done deal.